All right, man, before we get started, I definitely want to take the time to highlight this incredible brand that helps me stay moisturized, and it's just an overall great experience. So me personally, I've spoke about it many times. I am like on top of my hygiene. All right, so I believe representation is key when it comes to whatever it is that you have going on in life. And the way that I manage myself to be at the highest form of representation is moisturizing my skin. Of course, my breath is on point, smelling good, looking good, trimmed up, groomed. Those are the things for me every single day. And one product that I'm using, and this is a different experience when it comes to that whipped body butter sensation. And I want to highlight my man Joel over at JB Butters. This stuff is incredible. Right here in my hand is his Blue Day Chanel whipped butter, and it's absolutely sensational. It smells great. It's easy to apply. A little goes a long way. Open up the top here, as you can see, it's a very soft. I know it's clashed with my studio light, but very soft, easy to apply butter. And just taking the top off, Blue de Chanel is just in my airspace. But want to highlight the brand. Use my code below to save $5 off a jar with the purchase. $5 off of the jar that you purchase, or jars that you purchase in your order, and it'd be well worth. Very affordable. He has Lafayette Street from bond number 9. He has Platinum Egoist by Chanel. He has even an unscented butter as well. So I'm asked all the time, hey D, what do you use for your beard? What do you use for your skin? Somebody in the comments are asking, and this is what I've been using on top of my oils. But this body butter is just a great thing. So JB Butters, my man's Joel. He has many options. Ladies, he has tons for you too. My wife has experienced a couple of the butters that she loves and that she wears, and we'll be talking more about these as we enter into the fall. JB Butters, my man's Joel. Information in the description. Don't forget to use that code and enjoy. Moisturize yourself, fellas. Do it. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance review. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel. All right, so I hope everyone is as well as they can be, especially my neighbors over in the Panhandle. Here in the state of Florida, we got rocked hard by a major hurricane this past week. So I want to send my prayers. I want to send positive energy, and I really hope that those who can afford to donate and help out to these causes, to the people in need, that you do so. All right, so again, sending love and positive energy to the Panhandle and Northeast Florida, and Georgia and Tennessee and all these places who were rocked pretty hard by the storm. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the weekly rotation, which this is my favorite video to do each and every week. We have 9 fragrances that we're going to talk about today, because I did have a couple of days where I wore a different fragrance after my work day. All right, so let's go ahead and tap in. We debuted 3 brand new fragrances, wore them for the first time, and 1 acquired fragrance that is amazing. All right, let's jump into it. Up first, on Sunday, off day, chill day. Really didn't do too much. Had to run out the house, run some errands, come back, do some recording, do some editing, and watch some football. Great day kicking it with the family. From the house of Zaharoff on Sunday, we went with Signature Citrine. Summer is dwindling down. Down here in Jacksonville, Florida, still gets a bit warm, and it was warm on Sunday, but a beautiful day. And this stuff is a classic. This is top 3 from the house of Zaharoff. Very clean, very fresh, citrusy, fruity, musky. There's such a beautiful, unique blend to this fresh DNA, and it's just one of my favorites. I also have the shower gel, and I have the body butter as well, and it's just beautiful. So George and his team created a masterpiece here as far as the fresh fragrance goes. And you can wear this really anytime all year long. But for me personally, I really let this, do its thing in the summertime. But it was a great wear. Really good performance for a fresh fragrance as well. I know the big 4-ounce bottle is on the way. So I'll be probably grabbing a bottle of that as well. But this stuff is fantastic. On Sunday, really chilling throughout the day, moving around a little bit. This complimented my day. From the house of Zaharoff, we went with Signature Citrine. Signature Citrine on Sunday. All right, up next on Monday, we return to the office, and this is one of my favorite office fragrances to wear when the weather is starting to change, going from that hot, that hot, super warm and humid type of atmosphere that we get down here in Jacksonville, or up here in Jacksonville, depending on where you live. But this is one that I love to wear to the office. I primarily wear this to the office, and it was great to get familiar with this yet again. From the house of Narciso Rodriguez to the office, we went with, for him, Blue Noir, the EDP version. This right here gets talked about a lot in the community, especially over the last couple of years. You get this woodsy, spicy, musky, ambery type of scent here. The vetiver in here is very complimentary to that amber, musky, woodsy feel. It's a great, easy wear. It smells really, really good. A really good blend here. It doesn't smell like your everyday blue fragrance to me because of what the vetiver and the musk in the woods. And I get like this ambery like sweetness. I don't even know if amber is a note in here. I haven't looked up the notes in quite a bit, but that's what my nose picks up. Great performer, literally lasts my entire shift. I'm usually working from 8 to 10 hours. And this stuff is really, really, really nice. So I'll be wearing this a lot more. Like I said, this is kind of that trend, one of these transitional goodies here on Monday to the office. From the house of Narciso Rodriguez, we went with, for him, Blue Noir, the EDP. A lot of love for the EDP, and rightfully so. Really good stuff. All right, up next on Tuesday, I was inspired to wear this fragrance. A lot of you had, a lot of you who I follow on Instagram and YouTube, I've seen a lot of love for this particular fragrance. And one of my best friends, shout out to my brother Tyrone Koppel, me and him had a conversation, and he let me know what his scent of the day was, and he inspired me to wear it. So on Tuesday to the office, from the house of Roja Dove, this 10 out of 10, this masterpiece that every man should try at least once. From the house of Roja Dove, we have a Burlington 1819. This stuff is super duper incredible. It is a masterpiece, and it is a 10 out of 10. Beautiful citrus, beautiful musk. On my skin, the cinnamon and rum really do come out. That civet tone in here, it comes off in a complimentary way. I don't get this stank musky feel from the civet, but it really blends in with the cinnamon and the rum. The opening, it is so beautiful, like this sparkly, expensive grapefruit bergamot combo is what I get. But this stuff is excellent. Pricey, yes, but I do believe that everybody should experience this at least once. Get a sample, get your nose on it, go to Neiman's or somewhere if they have it available. Get your nose on it to the office. I received 2 compliments right at the beginning of my day, and one of my associates who I work with, he said, "Oh, you're not playing today." I don't know what that is, but you're not playing. So he talks about fragrance with me all the time, but this is my scent of the day. On Tuesday to the office, from the house of Roja Dove, we got Burlington 1819. Fellas, if you haven't tried it, get your nose on it. Get you a sample, get your nose on it, man. I'm telling you. All right, up next on Wednesday, of course, I, take the opportunity to get, in my opinion, I think, the Creative Vintage DNA is the creme de la creme when it comes to office, just everyday profile for men. I still believe that. I know Creative Vintage gets a lot of crazy slander and dismissive nature these days, but there's so many different takes to the DNA, and here is another one, and I really enjoyed this. On Wednesday, from the house of Rasasi, we went with the new Hawas Black. Hawas Black on Wednesday to the office. This stuff is exceptional. It is along the lines of how good the Club de Nuit Intense Man limited edition, and also the Afnan Not Only Supremacy, I think that's what it's called, take on it. But this one here leans more towards that Hashivat style, which, you know, Hashivat is a play off Creative Vintage as well, but just done in a more earthy yeah, really much a more earthier type of form. But there's a green texture to this that I really appreciate. Very, you know, it's not a like green thumb type of green, but it's complementary to the smoky nature of those old school batches that people want so bad from Creative Vintage. It's kind of like a play on that. It really is masculine. It's very powerful. This stuff is very much so long lasting. I had a longer day that day. We were learning that the storm was approaching. Started getting prepared for that, and this was my scent of the day. Gonna hear me talk about this you know, throughout the fall, because those more darker, spicy, earthier takes on the vintage, I wear those when it gets cooler. The more fruitier takes I wear during the spring and the summer. So this is the one that's going to get some love on Wednesday during the day. All right, because we wore a second fragrance. We went with Rasasi's Hawass Black. All right, Hawass Black. This stuff is around and is making its rounds, and people are talking about it and wanting to get their nose on it, but it is definitely worth smelling and experiencing for sure. All right. Up next, later on that evening, me and my son, we went to a get together with some other young gentlemen and fathers, and you know, got together kind of like it's like the Boy Scout, Cub Scouts of America. And believe it or not, fun fact about me, I was in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts growing up. And it was some of the best times. I learned a lot, went camping and fishing, and you know, did a lot of different things. So my son is doing those things now. But this is the fragrance that I wore to the meeting. This is something that is turning in. No, it is. It's my favorite versatile everyday wear DNA. For a while, it was Dior Homme. I was wearing Dior Homme Sport. Still wear them, but that was the DNA that I was craving for, like, versatility. Well, here we go. It has been surpassed from the house of Ormond Jane to the meeting, and it's fire. We went with Ormond Jane's Verano, Montebaco Verano. All right, Montebaco Verano. All right, this is outstanding. It's that Montebaco DNA. You get juniper berry, you get leather. With this one, between I think the Intensivo and this one, there's a grapefruit note in this one that really stands out, that really shines. The leather in here is beautiful, musky. The Isui Super is really strong. This is a hell of a performer. Airy, versatile. I love this. This is my vibe. This is my type of deal. And when I first experienced it, you hear me talk about the Dumont Celerio Elysium take on Montebaco Intensivo. That's a more spicier, heavier take on the DNA. This is a bit more fresher, and in my climate where I live, this is gold. So to the meeting, wore it, got one compliment from the gentleman who was sitting next to me with his son, and he said, "Man, what you wearing, man? You smelling good." I told him what it was, and he was like, "What's that?" And I kind of tried to explain to him what it was, but you know, it was small talk, and you know, he let me know that he could smell me. He thought I smelled good. So to the Cub Scouts meeting with my son on Wednesday night, we went with Ormond Jane's Montebaco Verano. They just got Verano on the bottle, but it's definitely that Montebaco DNA, and you're going to be seeing that a lot. All right, moving along to Thursday. We're just in the mood to wear this. I was just in the mood to wear this. It's really good. I want a good bit of leather representation this week, but this is fire. When I first got it, I was unsure. When I first got it, I was like, man, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I gotta keep wearing it and just kind of see where I land. And boy, did I land on the good side. And I really appreciate and really enjoy this fragrance from the house of Toomey. We went with a 19 degree. 19 degree on Thursday. Raspberry and leather and birch, and there's a very professional vibe to this fragrance. Some people say it reminds them of what Creative Vintage does. I can see why they say that, because of the raspberry is the pineapple in here, and then you got the earthy and woodsy and leathery tones that you get with the oak moss and things like that in Creative Vintage. Doesn't smell like Creative Vintage to me at all, but I can see why people say it does the same thing. This is a more mature scent. Tumi does an excellent job with their fragrances. I am a fan of pretty much everything I have from the house, but this one right here is really, really nice. Great for the office. So from the house of Tumi, we have a 19 degree. 19 degree on Thursday. This stuff is really good, and it performs. All right. Up next on Friday, I got this in Thursday, and I could not wait to wear it. One of my favorite releases of the year is the original experience to this line or this DNA. And this one is really good, and it's a competition between the two, which one is my favorite, but I'm going to continue to wear it and see what it's about. What did I wear? My second Zahara of the week on Friday, we went with Seraphim Red. Seraphim Red on Friday. Man, was I pleasantly surprised at the different tones and experience with this fragrance compared to the blue. Now the blue is that minty, salty, aquatic, almost kind of this cool green nature to it, which is really, really good. And the Seraphim Blue is one of the most talked about fragrances. Very, very infatuated with the discussions of Seraphim Blue. But Seraphim Red is doing something a little bit different here. The floral representation here with the pink pepper just does wonders. And I see why people say, you know, wear Seraphim Blue during the day and Seraphim Red in the evening. For me, I think they both can do the same, whether it's daytime or evening time, but I get the conversation. This is a monster performer, just like blue. This is a monster performer, just like blue. I enjoy this. You still get that salty texture here, but that white floral concept to this fragrance, the different tweaks and turns, the amber in here, really makes it noticeable what you're getting between both. So really good wear. I really enjoy this. I'm going to keep wearing it to see if I like it better than the blue. The blue kind of still sits a little bit higher than the red, but we'll see where the time takes us. Another fabulous and fantastic release from the brand Zahara. I am a fan of the brand. I am a fan of the line. I have several offerings from the house, and shout out to George and shout out to Claude Deer for yet another beautiful creation that I can enjoy, and so can a lot of you. But on Friday to the office, great experience from the house of Zahara. We went with Seraphim Red. Seraphim Red. All right, and to close out the week, another double duty day for fragrance. I got up first thing, obviously Saturday morning, first thing, and went to work, did my due diligence, and did, you know, we're in recovery mode at my job, really assisting what I do for a living, my career. We're assisting a lot of people right now. We're first responders, being in the grocery business. And me and my team definitely had our hands full on Saturday, really trying to get things going. So again, prayers and positive energy to those affected by Hurricane Helene in Florida, Tennessee, Georgia, and everybody up the way. But Saturday morning, I enjoyed wearing this, and we have somewhat of some breaking news here. All right, so this is the first 100 ml from this house, and I'm very excited that I get an opportunity to talk about it. All right, from the house of Kingsgate Fragrances out of Atlanta, Georgia, we went with Ginger Zest. Ginger Zest. This is the 100 ml bottle that I have in my hand, and this is, of course, my God, taken an inspired take from Goldfield and Banks is good Lord, I'm forgetting the name of the fragrance. Goldfield and Banks is Ingenuous Ginger. Okay, this is dead on. Now I've been having Ingenuous Ginger in my cart. I think it's Ingenuous Ginger in my cart for a long time. It's out of the cart now. Why? Because this is phenomenal. Drew killed this. Beautiful, warm. It's like a ginger, vanilla, lemon, just concoction. It almost smells like a key lime pie or lemon meringue pie. The vanilla in here is warm, but it's not like sickly, you know, gonna turn your stomach if you wear it out during the summer. It's complemented by a nice ginger pop here, freshness that the ginger provides as well, blending with that lemon, with that citrus zesty feel. He smoked this. Extrait to parfum concentration, it lasts all day. I came home from work and showered because of, you'll know in a minute, came home and showered, but it was still on my skin. It was a 10-hour day for me, and this stuff did its thing. Projects, performs. 100 mLs available now on the website. Kingsgate information down below. Use the code SmellGoodFam10, get 10% off. But this is the first 100 ml from Kingsgate fragrances, and shout out to my man Drew, doing his thing, man. Very proud to be able to talk about this and let you guys know that if you love Kingsgate, 100 mls are available, but this is the only 100 ml. I don't think it has 100 ml for everything, but there will be more to come. Kingsgate fragrances on Saturday. We will Ginger Zest, inspired take on Goldfield and Banks, Ingenuous Ginger. This stuff is fire. And last but not least, I went to, you hear me reference to him as Tyrone Koppel, my guy Cedric Farr. It was his birthday this weekend. Me and my wife went over to celebrate with his family and a lot of our friends. We have a lot of mutual friends. We had a great time celebrating my man's birthday. And this was my fragrance of choice from the House of Nazar Fragrances. We went with King by Nazar to wrap up the evening. Another beautiful fragrance. Pineapple, musk, woods. Just so good. This stuff is, it doesn't, you know, the pineapple in here is really, it's really blended beautifully. It's like a cashmere wood feel in here as well. More of like a soft, warm texture with the pineapple. And it's clean. And it's just so well done. And we were at the party and my man walked up to me. He was like, "What you got on?" Yeah. What you doing? It's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, we joke like that. That's my guy for real, my brother. But this stuff is fantastic. Wore to the party. And I'm glad that I did. Just complimented. Just, you know, we were inside laughing, eating good food, seafood boil and all that. It was fantastic. I was glad to be there and experience that with my friends and my wife. We just had a good time on Saturday to close out the week. My man's birthday. Happy birthday, Sid. If you're watching this once again, we went with Nazar's King. Nazar King. When you hear me say Frag Boys ENT, I'm talking about Sid. I'm talking about Kevin Dunbar. You know, I mention him from time to time on the channel. So this concludes. All right, this wraps up the week. This is what I wore last week, and we wore a lot. And brand new fragrances, some of my personal favorites, some 10s out of 10s. Just a fantastic week for me. So how was your week? What did you guys wear? What did you guys love? What was new? What was a pass? What was whatever it was? Drop it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Tell me what your rotation was. I love reading those comments. I love seeing what you guys wear, how you guys inspire me to even tap back into my collection or maybe even look to see about something new. All right, so I appreciate that. All right, so you guys have a great week. Be safe out there. Appreciate all the love and support. I do not take it for granted. I have a blast doing this, and as long as I'm having fun and connecting with dope people like you watching, that's what we're going to be doing. So as always, positive energy, positive vibes, no negativity whatsoever on this channel will live. Splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world, you is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, peace, y'all. Till next time, splack.